guys, welcome back to my channel if you ever come back. Yeah, if you came back, actually. My friend wrote this fanfiction and she wanted me to do it on YouTube, so I decided that I would help her out and get the thing spread. It doesn't have a title, it just starts with Canada's point of view, so let's begin. Canada's point of view, aka Matthew Williams. It was the last day of school and I was packing my bag when my crush, Gilbert, came over to my locker. "Hey there, Matthew. I was wondering if you wanted to go on a date with me tomorrow at the Waffle House," he asked. I blushed quickly and replied, "But won't they find out and think you're not cool anymore?" "No, they will think I'm cooler." "Come on, it'll be super fun," he reassured, before I cut him off. "Alright, I'll go with you. Be at my house by 6 p.m., okay? He smiled and gave me his number in exchange for mine and my address. The next day came, and I was close to almost vomiting on the floor when I heard the doorbell ring. "Hello?" I stuttered, feeling nervous. "Are you ready to go, Matthew?" he asked me. "Yeah," I said as I followed him to his car. Precious point of view, aka Gilbert. I parked my car next to the door and got out. I quickly noticed that Matthew wasn't getting out of the car and opened his door. "Are you coming?" I asked, a little worried. He grabbed my hand nervously before entering and sitting at a table. "Pancakes are the best kind of food they have at the Waffle House," he said as our food came. "Can I have some?" I managed to ask. "Sure," he said, blushing and holding his fork to my mouth. I quickly put it in my mouth. "This is very good. What's the recipe? I must make these." He blushed and continued to eat his food. "Well, I know how to make pancakes. I could teach you if you'd like," he said. "Well, that would be awesome," I said as I finished my food and asked for the check. Canada's point of view. It was the end of our date, so we headed back to my place. I had told him that he could learn how to make pancakes for his own taste. I opened my apartment door to find my brother Alfred there. "Hey, bro, could you let me stay a while?" he asked me in a very tired voice. "Yes, Alfred, you can stay. Your guest room is the second room to the left," I said as I set the ingredients on the table and began making the batter. "So, Matthew, who was that?" Gilbert asked, anger in his wow. She wrote violet, but Gilbert's eyes are red. So I'm going to change that in his red eyes. "No worries. He's just my brother Alfred. Now step one of making a pancake is to pour just enough." Gilbert pulled me in and kissed me. "I don't want to hear about pancakes. I want to hear about you. Know everything about the shy Matthew," he said as he turned off the stove and led me to the living room. "Why do you want to know that?" I asked nervously. "Well, you were the one who I truly loved. The others weren't like you. Kind, young, generous, and handsome," he said, smiling at me. I blushed and moved away quickly, hoping not to be pulled back, but I was wrong. He pulled me back into his arms and kissed me, causing me to gasp in shock. "Now, Bertie, are you going to tell me about yourself, or do I have to keep you in my lap forever?" he said, smirking, an evil laugh coursing through his throat. "No, I think I'll tell you," I said. Precious point of view. He told me about his brother and how I should meet him sometime, other than today's meeting. He goes by the name Alfred, I think. I'm not sure, but I listened to the rest. I found out so many new things about Matthew, too, like how he was able to cook more things than England, and how he was related to them, and how America was a really, really good brother. He was so open about it, I was courageous enough to tell him about my past. Well, I was living with my father when my brother Ludwig was born. Then I would get beaten if I even went near him or even tried talking to him. It was awful. Anyways, that's when I moved out on my own. Life was hard and filled with war," I said, looking down at the floor. He looked at me and all of a sudden hugged me. I could feel the little wet spots on my shoulder. "That's just terrible," he said. "Life got better after all the wars, though. I started meeting new friends and got a job with my brother at the local public pool. I still work there, but now I have you. You're the best thing that could have happened to me in my messed up life." I finished off sighing to myself about how unawesome my life was before I met Matthew. He looked up at me, probably noticing the tear that was warm against my cheek. I quickly looked away, rubbing the irritating tear away. Without warning, I was pulled into a deep kiss that would hurt later due to my pale, fragile skin. I pulled away, blushing at the close contact, not sure of how to react. Bertie?" Are you feeling like yourself? He seemed to be going pale. His eyes were getting darker. I'm fine. There's no worries. He quickly started and got up. Bertie, I think you should sit back down. This isn't healthy. I quickly said. He didn't move, more like fainted, laying back on the couch. I told you it wasn't healthy, he mumbled to himself as I lay him in a more comfortable position and covered him up. I didn't want to leave him alone, now that he was sick. So I stayed sitting at the end of the couch. Canada's point of view. I woke up to a fuzzy version of Gilbert, sitting at the edge of the couch. Did I fall asleep on you? I asked. He looked at me, worriedly, as his face began to turn into a worried expression. 9. You passed out when you stood up, he said, face still filled with concern for my health. I did? I don't remember much before this, I said, trying to sound as if I didn't have an illness. Bertie, you are hiding something from me, aren't you? He asked, looking ready to cry. What would make you think that? I was just tired. Being a country sometimes gets me dizzy. It's part of my illness, I said, hoping that would calm him down. So when your economy suffers, you'll get sick? Bertie, you should have told me sooner, he said, tears ready to fall. I stared at him, and soon Alfred came down, having a coughing fit. Bro, I'm not feeling so good, Alfred said, hands on his stomach. I'll stay and help you both, Gilbert finally said, going on about how being sick was unawesome, his usual cheer back in his voice. Alfred was happy to have someone to help him. He was about ready to pass out. If it weren't for Gilbert, he would have been on the floor, unconscious. Thanks, dude. He was cut off by a coughing fit and stopped after Gilbert rubbed his back some. Let me make some soup for you guys. It will be the one my awesome grandfather taught me when Lugwin was unawesomely sick, he exclaimed as he went into the kitchen. Alfred was still happy. Bro, you've got an amazing boyfriend, he exclaimed loudly. I blushed slightly and said, Hey, don't tease me now. I'm sick. I pouted, but to my pleasure, Gilbert came back with our soup, handing us each a bowl. Alfred seemed quieter than usual. He never was quiet. Gilbert seemed suspicious as well, looking at him with deep, blood-violet eyes. I'm going to have to tell her that she needs to fix that, because they're not violet, they're red. So I will change that. Looking at him with deep, blood-red eyes. I watched my brother for another moment before giving up on his silence. Alfred's point of view, she added him finally. I was eating the soup that Matthew's boyfriend made. It was amazing, but I was planning something that would make Matthew freak, and they could tell. What do you guys say we play a little truth or dare? I asked. Gilbert gave me a thumbs up, stating, the awesome Prussian will win, or something along those lines. Fine, Matthew said as he chose me to pick first. All right, Gil, truth or dare? I asked. Dare. I dare you to play 7 Minutes in Heaven with Matthew, I said, shoving them in a closet and locking the door behind them. I was hoping that when I opened it again, I'd see them making out. Canada's point of view. Last paragraph. Oh my god. Finally, I can't read that long, man. It's too hard. I hated dark spaces and began looking for a light switch, but bumped into an unexpected warmth. Bertie, are you okay? Gilbert asked. I started to panic. Yeah, but it's too dark, I said, but before being cut off by a kiss, I blushed a fuel red, trying my best not to freak out in the dark, cramped space. Well, guys. Ooh, it got dark in here. Wow. Yeah, got dark. That's the only light space. My light bulb's burnt out. But yeah, it's pretty dark. So, thank you for watching. Watching this. My friend really appreciates if you'd like this video and subscribe. So, thank you and have a nice day. And please stay tuned for more because she will be writing more and it'll be ready in about a week or two. So, have a nice day and please, if you want me to do any voice acting for countries or for something, please let me know. Okay, bye-bye.